Greetings everyone, and welcome back to the RTR Awards. This time, we're giving away the Jumanji Award, which goes to the game that did its best to suck me into its world and keep me invested narratively, gameplay-wise, characters, so on and so forth. And the runner-up for the Jumanji Award is Batman Arkham City. You guys know that short meme of the IGN reviewer for Asylum saying the game really makes you feel like Batman?
Arkham Asylum makes you feel like you're Batman.
Well, for City, I actually kind of agree with it. All the bells and whistles from the first game and then some in a much more open playground that Batman gets in the city-wide prison really does put you in the shoes of what would just be a high-stakes night out for the Dark Knight. A great combat system that every game just kind of stole for the next 8 years after Asylum and City came out. It was that well put together, combined with the much better Predator segments and challenges, which actually was kind of a downside for Asylum for me. I didn't think it really captured that feeling of being Batman that much. That's a very personal issue, but great voice cast, mostly from the absolutely fantastic animated series where I loved so much as a kid. So to see a lot of those returning faces and voices was really good for me. And capped off with a memorable story that sticks with me to this day. I'll never forget the imagery of Batman walking out with the Joker just in his arms after he dies. It's a very impactful scene that then Night goes on to shape. Arkham City really is a testament to, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Also, a little controversial side note here, I actually did almost put Arkham Knight in City's place here. That game is very much overhated, and aside from the one or two hiccups, which is why it ultimately isn't getting the runner-up, it is still a joy to play through. So I do recommend, if you haven't played it, give it a shot. Same with City as well. So with that out of the way, the winner of the Jumanji Award is L.A. Noire. Or to a lot of people, GTA, but you're a cop. To me, it's so much more than that, and it blew my mind as a kid playing this. As someone who was already born into the PS1, PS2, 3D era of gaming, this was my, oh my god, look at the real life, this is real life gaming moment with the revolutionary face scanning software that they had. That, yes, I will admit, looking back on it now, it is kind of goofy to look at with some facial expressions on modern revisits, but most pioneers of gaming tend to be a bit janky. I let it slide. I love Resident Evil 4, but I still go back. If I could play the console version that isn't the Wii version, I still struggle with the controls to this day, but I still love it to pieces, so I can let it slide. Being put in the shoes of a late 40s thriller-esque detective was just so exciting to me on my first playthrough. The insane shootouts, car chases, and those 1940s steel box death traps on wheels. Watching as you work your way up the detective ladder and the partners you learn to love or hate along the way. Slowly watching bits of a larger narrative fall together as I was watching a weekly soap opera, trying to guess the outcome of the bigger narrative. Learning snippets from other characters' perspectives. It was just so good. I mean, the Black Dahlia murder case on Homicide got me so hooked on how to write a story in a game that for my high school exam, when we had to write a short story, I took so much inspiration from that. It actually started having me write in general. Like I said, the game does have some goofy elements to it visually, and the final segment of the game does have some questionable story beats regarding to how certain characters' motivations work. But I urge you, if you have not played this game yet, it's one that I'd happily re-experience for the first time again, and I think you should too. Anyways, join me tomorrow where we'll give out the Showing You How It's Done award. I'll catch you guys then.